honey.
Hey guys, Tatiana Ward here with BeatFaceHoney.com, and thank you so much for joining me. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm pretty much on Instagram all day long, posting pictures and liking pictures and being inspired by other artists. And there is an artist on Instagram that goes by the name of Vegas Nay. And she posted this really awesome look the other day where she used rhinestones. And of course I've used rhinestones 1,000 times, but I've never seen them used in this way. So I was inspired by her photo, and I decided that I hadn't brought you guys a Christmas tutorial yet, so why not incorporate her awesome look into a Christmas look. I'll get in close so you can see the eyes. Very Christmassy, rhinestoney, glittery awesomeness. Yeah, so that said, I really hope you guys like the look, and I hope that possibly you can learn something from it. And if you care to see how I did it, then stay tuned. As usual, I've started out this look by putting on a primer. I like to use MAC's paint pots, and the color of this paint pot is called Painterly. You can just put it on with your finger and spread it all over your lid. The first eyeshadow that I'm going to use is called Crystal Avalanche, and this is just a white color from MAC. I'm going to take this short flat brush, this is my Sigma E20, and I'm putting that color right underneath my brow. Next I'm going to take this dark Urban Decay green. This is called Bender, super pretty color. I've put some of that on my domed Sigma tapered blending brush, and I'm going to blend that into that white that we put down. Okay, and oftentimes you guys will see these companies that sell palettes, and you'll notice that all of the palettes are the same between different companies. However, they're just sticking their own label on it. And where you get these palettes is a company called Ladybird, and I discovered this years ago. There was a particular brand that was becoming very popular. This is before people even started making videos on YouTube, and they were becoming really popular, and I was like, why do I keep seeing these same palettes throughout different companies? And the other companies that I was seeing were selling them the same thing, just a different label. So this is really just a no-name palette. You'll find plenty of people, private companies that sell these palettes, but they just throw a name on it, a label, a sticker on the front of it. So I'm going to use this green. They're all matte colors. There's a place in Philly, if any of you are from Philadelphia, where I found these. I can't even remember what it's called, but they sell makeup in the Piazza. And I saw these exact same palettes. They had just put their own label on it, and I think they were selling what should be like a $20 palette. They were selling it for like an astronomical amount of money. But any green you have will do just fine. I'm using that same tapered blending brush, and I've just moved my brush down a notch. Now I'm going to take this extremely dark purple from MAC. It's called Shadowy Lady. Obviously I need to replace it. I've put some of that onto this small domed brush from Sigma. The number of this is the E45, and I'm putting that right up against the crease of my eye. Right up against the crease of the eye. Again, working out of this no-name palette, I'm going to use this red. I'm taking my E55, which is just a flat brush. This brush is also Sigma, and I'm putting that red right smack dab in the middle of my eye. Again, dipping into that palette. This probably looks yellow to you, but it's actually like a lime green. That's just the way it translates on camera. It really is a lime green, more so the color of our rhinestones. I'm going to put that right on the outer edge of the eye, and I'm going to put that on the inner edge of the eye. Now I'm going to take a clean Sigma E45 and just blend in the edges. Okay, I want to take a clean wet wipe. Now I'm going to take my Sigma E75 concealer brush and my MAC Studio Finish concealer. This is color NW30 for those of you who are wondering what color I am. And then you could just blend that out with your finger. Okay guys, this next step we have to be very careful about. I have a lot of eye space, however I don't have a lot of eyelid space. And what I mean by that is when I open my eye, very little of my lid shows. I have a lot of space between my brow and my crease, but that's not to be confused with eyelid space. So now that it's time for eyeliner, I have to be very, very careful to make basically the thinnest line that I possibly can. This line that you see here is pretty much only there to define my eye a little bit more and also to conceal the eyelash that I put on. So to make the liner, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild cream liner. This is a product that you can get at Rite Aid or any drugstore that sells Wet n Wild. All right, and moving on to our gems. I bought these from AC Moore. This is what the label looked like. And again, AC Moore is just a craft store. And for a bag this big, it cost me about $2.99. And you get all those rhinestones. And the way that we're going to apply them is by using simple lash glue. This is the lash glue that I use. I don't use Duo. A lot of people do. A lot of people like Duo. I've just always used this. You can get it at CVS or Rite Aid or a drugstore. Make sure that you are using lash glue that dries clear. There are two different kinds of lash glue. One dries a blackish gray and the other dries clear. Make sure that you are using the clear glue. I've squeezed some of that lash glue onto a wet wipe and taking just regular old tweezers, I'm going to take my first gem, which is going to be a green gem. You'll drop them. It's kind of a little bit of a tedious process. Once you've got it like that with the silver backing pinned in between the tweezers, you're going to dip it into the lash glue. Now I can tell you that right there is already too much lash glue. Just like when you're putting on eyelashes, you don't need a ton of glue. In fact, a small or thin coating is all you really need. So I've taken some of that off and you see I just have a sheer coat of that on. I'm going to pull my eye taut. And I've placed that gem right at the inside of my eye above my line. And there you have it. The first gem is laid down. I'm going to continue this process. Again, I have the gem and there's the silver backing to it. It's in between these tweezers. I've dipped it into some lash glue, rubbing away the excess glue. When you put down the lash, you really shouldn't see, and I've done it. You'll put down a gem and you'll have like glue all around it, but that's why you want to make sure that your glue dries clear and not black. I'm going to put a second gem, placing it right next to the one we already put down. Okay, so 2 gems. And then for this eye, I have 2 gems as well. Beat, face, honey. Okay, and I'm just going to take my finger and pat down and make sure that everything is on there safe. And this look is so dramatic, so I figure why not go all the way. I'm going to use a very pointed and draggy kind of eyelash. Putting that right up against our black eyeliner. I like to put on my lashes with tweezers. Okay, now we have to concern ourselves with filling in the lines. So you'll see this eye shines a lot more than this eye does. And the reason for that is when you're using such large gems, there's going to be spacing in between the gems. So what I'm going to do is fill in those spaces with glitter like I did on this eye. My absolute favorite glitter adhesive is Lit Cosmetics Glitter Adhesive. I am going to take this green glitter that I got from the craft store. A lot of people will tell you not to use craft store glitters on your eye. However, when push comes to shove and I don't have the appropriate color in a professional glitter like Lit Cosmetics makes, I will use a craft store glitter. That is a use at your own risk kind of thing. Again, I've been doing this for about 4 years and never had any problems with craft store glitter. However, that doesn't mean that you won't react to it. So I always suggest that you use a glitter from a company that makes glitter specifically for eyes, like Lit Cosmetics. Okay, and I'm taking, this brush is actually a small eyeliner brush, but if you watched my last video where I'm reviewing all of Sigma's brushes in the premium kit, I tell you that brushes are, you can use them for whatever you want to use them for, as long as it's getting the job done. And that's why I'm doing this. It's a very, very small brush so it can get into those nooks. And I'm going to very lightly put that glitter just around those gems, filling in the space and making it to appear more full. Again, I've put some of that Lit Cosmetics adhesive onto my liner brush, and I'm going to make sure that I get right in this inner corner right here. And then close my eye, and I'm getting right in between. And you see how that really fills in the space to where it's undetectable. And the reason that I didn't put the glitter down to begin with is I feel as though it's much better for the glitter to adhere to a flat surface. If I put down the glitter first, I feel as though the gem would have had more of a chance to fall off or detach itself because it's on an unlevel surface. Glitter is textured, whereas eyeshadow is less textured. So I'd much rather go about doing it this way, where I'm just filling in the little spots with glitter as opposed to putting the lash glue and the gem on top of a textured surface. And now I am going to take one of Lit Cosmetics' wonderful glitters. I love the way that they package their glitters. They're stackable. You could stack the glitters on top of each other. And of all the glitters that I've owned through the years, I have never had one of these glitters bust open inside of my kit. And that is something to shout about. And dipping my liner brush into Lit Cosmetics California Soul. You see it's a red and kind of goldy iridescent color. So pretty. And this is a product that is meant specifically for the usage of eyeshadow. I'm placing that in between the cracks of the red. And there you have it. Now the lid is better filled in. Now I want to take 3 of those little iridescent gems, and doing the exact same thing that I did on the lid, I'm going to place that down starting right at my tear duct. And I'm placing it right above the last one that we put down using tweezers. And just pressing it to ensure that it's really on there. And then the third is going to go right above it. Again, using my Lit Cosmetics glitter adhesive. I've put some silver glitter onto my eyeliner brush, and I'm going to work that in between those studs, and also just take whatever is remaining on the brush and just flare it out above those 3 gems. Okay, and there you have it. The top of the lid is pretty much done. I'm going to take a white pencil. This pencil is from MAC, and it's called Fascinating. And I'm just going to line the inside of my eye with that. Now I want to take that green from the initial palette that we used. Using my Sigma E20, I'm putting that right up against my lash line. Okay, and now we could just go ahead and put on mascara. So the eyes are done. I put mascara on both top and bottom. What a really cool concept and a cool idea. I've got to give it to Vegas Nay, just when I thought I'd seen it all, and it's something so simple. So this is your completed look. Obviously it's very dramatic. However, it doesn't necessarily have to be this dramatic. It's going to be dramatic no matter what you do, but if you take away the lips, it'll be a little bit more less drag. I don't know. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know that I wear very, very little makeup when I'm actually wearing makeup. However, the main thing, or my consistent thing, is my red lip, and it's typically the same combination. So I'm going to show you that. I am wearing Chocolat, which is Revlon Color Stay. This is the lip liner. Wet n Wild's 918D. And I mix that with the red from the Hey Sailor collection, MAC's Hey Sailor collection, which is Satin Red Racer. And that's just like this super red color. And now that I've answered what the red is that I constantly wear in all of my pictures is, I'm sure none of those people who want to know what the red is going to see this video, and they're still going to continue to ask me 1,000 times. I contoured with Format from MAC, and I just threw a little Dark Mineralized Power on the ball of the cheek. So yeah, that's it, and I'll get in close again so that you can really take a look. I really hope you guys enjoyed the look, and if you need a detailed list of all of the products that I just used, you can always look down below in the information box where you'll find just a list of the products that I've used. You'll also find my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of those links where you can find me on all of those social media networks. And for those of you who are interested in purchasing Sigma Cosmetics brushes, which is the brushes that you just saw me use to complete this look, there's also a link to their website as well as a 10% discount for the month of December. I really hope you guys like it. I really hope that you learn from it. I also hope you'll check out Vegas Nay and follow her on Instagram because she's super inspirational, very talented artist. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you right back here really soon. Bye.